Good evening, students. Those who are welcome to Edge IAS. And in our discussion today, in our geography optional discussion part, I will be taking rural urban fringe model and primate city. And apart from that, so I will be taking other topics also. And those who are writing mains 2023 geography optional and GS also, you can write and you can show me here your copies and your answer whatever the things. I am ready to help you here. So here how to integrate paper 1 and paper 2 in the geography optional, and how I am integrating the correlating points from the within the topic and any topic geography models and theories, and try to apply in Indian context, right? If you apply in the Indian context, then your answer will be good, because if you might have seen that previous year papers, every model applicable to they are asking how it is applicable or how it is relevance with the Indian context. Try to write those point, है ना? तो हम क्या करेंगे, इधर पहले एक थियरी लेंगे and we will be taking one topic and we will be discussing on that part. Then we will be learning primate city. Then हम other topic general studies का भी हम लेंगे, ठीक है ना? So topic is rural urban fringe. Rural urban fringe. So rural, the name itself indicates that rural area, urban area, between the fringe. बोलो तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक सिंपल डायग्राम से आपको बताता हूं, देन आई विल बी एक्सप्लेनिंग द प्रॉपर मैनर. सो टेक दिस वन अर्बन एरिया, है ना? सो थोड़ा सा दूर में क्या है आपको, रूरल एरिया है ना? सो urban area here and rural area here. So the city's shadow will be falling here and city will be expanding towards the rural, and in between in this region also the city will be developing. सर सिटी अब इधर ही बोला तो इधर कैसा सिटी एक्सपैंड हो रहा? जनरली एवरी सिटी एक्सपैंड्स, इट्स a general phenomena. So when it is city is expanding, it is yet to develop, but it is taking steps to developing. So this region is called fringe region. I hope you are understanding. What is rural urban fringe? Fringe, the area which falls between the urban area and the rural area, that transition area is called rural urban fringe. So this concept first time proposed by the R.J. Pryor. This geographer gave this rural urban fringe model. So most of the time ये exam को आपको आया था. Earlier it came in the exam because they have. So the topic is very simple. You need not to इधर इतना application based में कुछ नहीं है, इधर थोड़ा दिमाग लेगा तो हो जाएगा है. तो रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज में पहले हम थोड़ा सा डायग्राम ले लेते हैं, है ना? Those who are watching online, please draw the diagram. Outside is the rural, है ना? ठीक है. So this is all about the rural urban fringe. So what rural urban fringe really conveys, and हम ये के one by one we will be looking into that matter. Right? So metropolitan area, the metropolitan area generally here, the entire city's development present in the metropolitan area, here more economically commercial people, political oriented people, and socio-economic development, and very tall buildings, taxpayers, right? And industrial activities in the periphery region, right? So number of activities developed in the metropolitan, they are having huge money. And the metropolitan area slowly expanding to the periphery region. The metropolitan area expanding slowly towards the peripheral region, right? Slowly, is expanding or spreading, right? So this region is, then we are calling our inner region. This region is inner fringe. Then inner outer fringe, both they are called rural urban fringe. Right? So here slowly expanding, and some of the cities also outside dormitory level. Dormitory. So they are towns big, just very far from the metropolitan area. The purpose of the towns which are outside here to reduce the congestion over the city, like suburban region. So this is all about the rural urban fringe, and we will be learning what are the characteristics. पहले रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज बोले तो क्या बोलता है, इट इज ए ट्रांजिशन एरिया बिटवीन द अर्बन एंड द रूरल, and it is the middle area, it is displays the characteristics of the urban and rural area. So one by one we will be learning all the characteristics of the rural urban fringe, right? Characteristics of रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज, है ना? तो कौन प्रपोज किया था? आरजे प्रेयर, राइट? कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स बताओ रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज एरिया में. पहले इट फॉल्स, इट इज ए ट्रांजिशन एरिया. फर्स्ट पॉइंट, ट्रांजिशन एरिया between the two places. Between the two places. What are those two places? One is urban and other one is rural. The middle of the area is called fringe area. And here generally in the rural urban fringe area, golf courses and airports and sewage treatment plants, right? And some of the schools and colleges will be present, right? And third, here agriculture intensively cultivated, right? So when you observe the rural urban fringe area, when you are moving from the center of the city and reaching to out of the city, so outward, right? So what happened? Either आपको गोल्फ कोर्स दिखेगा, एयरपोर्ट्स दिखेगा, सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट, ड्रेनेज सिस्टम का वो क्लीनिंग प्रोसेस दिखेगा. सम ऑफ द स्कूल्स एंड कॉलेजेस विल बी प्रेजेंट because the space is required. That's why they are more developed in the rural urban fringe area and agriculturally intensively cultivated. And land small and fragmented area. Land क्या बोल रहा हूं? Small and fragmented area is present, right? So land is the small and fragmented, intensively cultivated. Here in this region, mostly perishable commodities cultivated. Perishable commodities. Tell me what are the perishable commodities? Here vegetables cultivate करेगा, fruits cultivate करेगा, and horticulture, है ना? And other commodities will be cultivated here. And they are supplying to the urban area. They know that this area, fringe area, what are the commodities required for the city. City depends on the fringe area because just periphery, right? So city will be, when the why city is depending on the fringe area, if they import more goods from the very far area, what happens? The transport cost increases. When transport cost increases, obviously it impact on the surging prices of the commodities, so they have to pay more prices for the commodities. But when it comes to the in fringe area very near to the city, so transport cost is decreasing and prices of the commodities is decreasing. That's why they try to prefer commodities from the fringe area so that they can save their income. That's why the perishable commodities they are cultivating in the periphery region. This is the urban region. They are developed depending on the periphery region. Try to understand what I am conveying here. And in the rural and urban fringe area, what happens? Rural area and urban area, this is the fringe area. In fringe area, most of the people, like those who committed crimes, for example, you committed crime in the city, and so in a city what happened? The surveillance monitoring is intensive. You will be caught, right? So you will be trying to escape the urban area, and you will be staying in a fringe area. Why you are staying in the why you are dwelling in the or hiding in the fringe area? Because this fringe area doesn't come under the urban or rural. So neither their administration, I mean urban administration or rural administration cannot reach, or they do not, this region doesn't come under the both the region. That's why most of the criminals, they are present in this region. Right? Try to understand what I am conveying. So the urban area and rural area, here intensive cultivation of the land, right? And why the intensively cultivated? The land is very small, fragmented, and this region displays mixture of habits. And slowly here most of the people, those who are residing in the city, those who are urban people, they will buying land in the fringe area. Why they are purchasing land in the fringe area? Can you tell me why they are buying? Because they know that in future the city will be expanding into the fringe area. Fringe area will be part of the urban area, so that our future prices will be increasing. So they know that the future market about the fringe area. So that's why they buy land. They try to school, colleges, medical hospitals, medical colleges, hospital, other number of facilities present in the fringe area. I hope you are understanding here, right? So when you are having this kind of things, now this rural urban fringe area people are not having enough money. They are having, most of the people here, middle class people, middle and mobile class people. I hope you are understanding. Why I am using that middle mobile class people? They are middle class people. And why they are mobile? Why did I क्यों मैं mobile use किया हूँ इधर? Because they are near to the city, so that they can escape transport charges, and they render their service to the city. That's why these people are present, middle mobile class people present in the fringe area. I hope you are understanding. And these middle mobile class people are very close, and they are rendering their service to the city, right? So if you carefully observe the रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज एरिया, सो इंडिया में है क्या सर रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज? यस, इफ यू ऑब्जर्व द दिल्ली, आप दिल्ली से दूर जाएगा क्या हो जाएगा? स्लोली द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ द बिल्डिंग, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, एक्सेसिबिलिटी, है ना, एक कम होता रहेगा. एंड स्कूल्स, कॉलेजेस, नंबर ऑफ द ओपन स्पेसेस आर मोर प्रेजेंट. इट शोज दैट इट इज द रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज. कौन बताया था ये वर्ड? Prayer. I hope you are understanding this one. And it is a advantage. For example, nowadays the planners, especially planners क्या कर रहा है नेशनल, especially those who are planning for the city development. For example, मान लो नीति आयोग is also planning is also not, they are planning to develop the fringe area, because the increasing population in the urban area, because number of the people are migrating to the cities, and they are causing the congestion of the cities. The basic facilities are environmental degradation more in the urban area, air quality is low. That's why now they are focusing on the fringe area, so that they can accommodate more people in the fringe area. And in fringe area also more slum people, squatters peoples are present. So if you take this situation as the challenge, and in future you can develop this region, more economic prosperity can increase, more livelihood opportunities can also be developed here. That's why the rural urban fringe area plays vital role in the development or gathering of the information and development of the city and contributing of the GDP. And rural urban fringe area, it is not confined to India or developed or developing. It can be, it is applicable to entire the country, and world level को आपको apply कर सकते हो इधर. Try to understand what I am conveying here. So once you apply this model, you take any city, एक सिटी के बाजू में साइड में पेरिफेरी में जा रहे हो, तो ऑब्वियसली आपको सिटी का लेवल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट कम होता रहता है. सो इट मींस इट इज द ट्रांजिशन और फ्रिंज एरिया, है ना. सो ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हियर. सो एनी डाउट जस्ट टेल मी हियर, है ना. सो दोज हु आर वाचिंग ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स, किसी को डाउट है क्या? I don't think so you are having problem now, है ना. देखते हैं और क्या क्या है. नेक्स्ट, आफ्टर रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज आई विल बी एक्सप्लेनिंग प्राइमेट सिटी, है ना. इसमें तो आपको कुछ डाउट नहीं है ना. देखो आपको डायग्राम भी आपको ड्रा किया था, एक बार आपको एक बहुत अच्छा सा यूज हो जाएगा आपको. So this is all about the rural urban fringe, metropolitan, inner fringe, outer fringe, shadow and rural area. थोड़ा some of the points is required. Then how it is applicable to Indian context हम properly class में हम discuss करेंगे इनका बारे में, ठीक है ना. I hope you are understanding this one. Then primate city. Next concept, primate city. सो व्हाट इज प्राइमेट सिटी, बता सकते हो क्या? कभी ये प्राइमेट बोले तो कभी सुना क्या? व्हाट इज प्राइमेट सिटी एंड व्हाट आर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द प्राइमेट सिटी, व्हाई इट इज सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल, एंड हाउ वी आर यूजिंग दिस प्राइमेट सिटी मॉडल इन द डेवलपिंग अंडर डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज, वेदर इट इज कन्फाइंड टू developing countries or developed countries or larger countries or smaller countries, and what are the characteristics of the primate city and how they are contributing to the growth of the city or declining of the other cities, and what are the cities, how many cities present in the Indian context at the national level or state level, and how they are cooperating. These are issues and these are the some of the features we will be learning in the primate city model. So primate city में बारे में, see most of the time rural urban fringe primate city बहुत बार एग्जाम में आ गया आपको ऑप्शनल में, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूं इधर. सो हम देखते हैं पहले प्राइमेट सिटी क्या होता है. इट वॉज propounded by मार्क जेफरसन प्रपोन्ड किया था, राइट. प्राइमेट सिटी इट इज लार्जर देन यू कैन से disproportionately larger than any other city. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इधर एक सिटी ले लो, है ना, एक सिटी है, एंड रिमेनिंग सिटीज देखो साइज क्या हो रहा है, फ्रॉम द लार्जर सिटी when you are moving out, the size of the city is coming down. So last city, it is one fifth of the larger city. That's what the primate city. Primate city area, population, economy, social, ethnical, capital, everything is greater than the smaller city. There is absence of intermediate cities. Absence of intermediate cities. Try to understand. अभी देखो ये सिटी को देखो बीच में, इनमें कम से कम ये सिटी में हाफ वाला किसी है इधर नहीं है. सो absence of intermediate city in the primate city. सो इसका रेशियो कैसे रहेगा आपको, 100 मान लो, 100, 30, 20 like that. So this 21, it is 1/5 of the larger city. It is called primate city, है ना. कौन प्रपोज किया था, मार्क जेफरसन. So absence of intermediate cities in the primate city. And what are the factors influencing for the formation or becoming the primate city? Okay, we will be learning, right? So what are the factors? Factors क्या क्या factors lead कर रहे हैं हम. One point is small size of, small territory of the country. Small territory of the country. एग्जाम्पल नेपाल मान सकते हो क्या, नेपाल का स्मॉल टेरिटरी है ना. श्रीलंका भी मान सकते हो ना आप. एंड हाई पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ रेट, हाई पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ रेट है ना. एंड थर्ड पॉइंट, हाई पॉपुलेशन हो तो हाई डेंसिटी भी है, हाई डेंसिटी ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन है ना. एंड फिफ्थ पॉइंट, इट इज मोर agricultural export oriented economy. ये भी बात बोल सकते हैं ना हम क्या बोल रहे हैं, स्मॉल टेरिटरी ऑफ द कंट्री. एग्जांपल नेपाल, श्रीलंका है ना, ये सम ऑफ द कंट्रीज आप बता सकते हो. हाई पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ रेट ऑफ द कंट्री एंड हाई डेंसिटी ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन एंड एग्रीकल्चरल एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड. एंड यू कैन आल्सो राइट हियर most of the countries are colonial economy. Colonial economy also cause of the becoming the primate city. I hope you are understanding this one, है ना. तो these are the some of the factors which influencing the primate city. प्राइमेट सिटी होने के लिए these are influencing, right. तो अभी why small territory of the country, because small territory, a small territory क्या हो जाएगा, it can attract from the rural area and periphery area into the main area. So it attract more capital, human resource and political, economic, है ना, other things will be attracted more, even talent, entrepreneurs, है ना. It symbolizes the national economy. It symbolizes national economy, the entire national economy present within the primate city. And either population growth rate बढ़िया रहेगा, and more people are migrating from the periphery region and they will come and settle in the urban area primate city for the employment opportunity purpose, a quality of life, standard of living purpose. Other basic amenities will be available in the primate city. And industrial entrepreneur talent, it symbolizes the entire nation, different communities, culture, religion, people are present in the primate city. If you take the नेपाल में कौन सा है, काठमांडू is the best example of the primate city. छोटा जगह है, प्लेन है, फ्लैट. So this region is attracting socially, economically, politically, entrepreneur, talent, different custom, culture, language, all the phenomena present in the primate city. So obviously it impact positively or progressively phenomenally increasing over the capital primate city. That's why these are the factors leading to for the formation of the primate city. है ना? I hope you are understanding this one. Then primate city में क्या क्या आपको benefits रहेगा? So here, first point, talent pool is present. Second, entrepreneurs. So businessmen, or you can say businessmen people are present here, right? And social, economic, political, cultural, all the customs are present in the primate city, and it symbolize the national integration. You can say it is mini country, a mini country within the country. ये कंट्री में मिनी कंट्री बोल सकते हैं हमको. इसीलिए प्राइमेट सिटी का बेनिफिट्स में बहुत टैलेंट रहेगा. बट बिकॉज ऑफ प्राइमेट सिटी देर आर डिसएडवांटेज. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ नेगेटिव इंपैक्ट? इट इज टेकिंग और attracting more people from the periphery region. Periphery region से क्या हो रहा है? ज्यादा लोग को ले रहा है टैलेंट, so that the other places periphery region is stagnant or decline. हो रहा है, and the population is decreasing in the periphery region, but primate city population is increasing. I hope you are understanding. So in India, at the national level, we are not having any primate city. Primate city हमारा national level में नहीं है. क्यों बोलो तो? Why we are not having primate city at the national level? Because Delhi population, Mumbai population, है ना, कोलकाता population more or less similar, और थोड़ा सा ज्यादा है. हम आज बराबर primate city disproportionately larger than the smaller city. कितना? 1/5 है ना. If you take the world level, London 5 times larger than the Liverpool, है ना. लिवरपूल से 5 times, and Copenhagen 9 times bigger than the Aarhus, है ना. Aarhus से क्या है? 9 times. So at the national level in India we are not having, but at the other country, for example, if you take the London and Copenhagen, they are larger than the other cities. So national level में India absent. But when it comes to in our country, 15 states out of 28 are having primate city. समझ हो रहा है ना? हमारे देश में कितना बोल रहा हूं? प्राइमेट सिटी में कितना है? 28 स्टेट्स ले रहे तो उसमें 15 स्टेट्स में प्राइमेट सिटीज है. स्टेट लेवल वी आर हैविंग, बट नॉट एट द नेशनल लेवल. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस पॉइंट. एंड हियर इफ यू टेक द इन इंडिया, है ना, इधर कोलकाता ले लो, है ना, कर्नाटका, तमिलनाडु, महाराष्ट्र, गुजरात, है ना, आंध्र प्रदेश. दिस रीजन इज हैविंग प्राइमेट सिटी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू टेक द तेलंगाना, the Hyderabad population over 80 lakhs, and if you take the Warangal or other district, their population are hardly 15 to 20 lakhs or 10 to 15 lakhs. So they are very small. So here we can apply the primate city concept at the state level, not at the national level. Try to understand. So some of the states in the southern region, peninsular region is having primate, but when it comes to North India, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, there we are not having primate cities, because more or less the population evenly distributing all parts of the state. That's why primate city is absent at the northern India. But when it comes to northeast region में आपको मणिपुर, मेघालय and Mizoram and Sikkim and Tripura, these states are having primate cities, because in northeast region, the topography very rugged topography, not flat, plain नहीं रहेगा ज्यादा. जो wherever plain area is present, their population is increasing. Population, high growth rate of the population, high density of the population, agricultural practices, urban development that leads to the primate city. So primate city जब क्या हो जाए, talent, entrepreneur, social capital, economic, everything is being developed in particular place. That's what the advantage of the primate city है ना. So इंडिया में 15 स्टेट्स में applicable है. कोलकाता, I mean वेस्ट बंगाल, आंध्र प्रदेश, तेलंगाना, तमिलनाडु, कर्नाटका and Gujarat, Maharashtra. When it comes to North India, primate city is absent because they are competing with each other in distribution of the population. Try to understand, है ना. So a primate city is it is not confined to only India. India में even though see sir, India में हमको नेशनल लेवल में क्यों नहीं बोलते. इंडिया इज द लार्ज कंट्री, वेरी वास्ट साइज ऑफ द, हमारा टेरिटरी क्या ज्यादा है, इसीलिए एट द नेशनल लेवल वेरी डिफिकल्ट है ना. मुंबई देख लो, कोलकाता देख लो, दिल्ली देख लो, पॉपुलेशन आर दे आर कंपीटिंग. सो देर इज नो, एज पर द जेफरसन मॉडल में इट इज नॉट अप्लीकेबल है ना. सो जेफरसन को आपको क्या बोला था मैं, 100 30 20. So at the intermediate level, the absence of the primate city or any other city है ना. So these some of the models you can apply to the Indian context. I hope you are understanding here. किसी को डाउट है तो बताओ, इसमें प्राइमेट सिटी में हम और भी थोड़ा डिस्कस करेंगे. एंड दिस प्राइमेट सिटीज कॉन्सेप्ट स्लोली डिक्लाइनिंग. क्यों बोलो तो अदर cities are emerging. Other cities are emerging. When other cities are emerging, what happened? So the primate city is declining. So it is, I am not saying throughout the world, but the some of the pockets of the country, they are declining this primate city, because to reduce the congestion over the primate city, other cities has to be developed by the governments. क्या कर रहा है, suburban region develop कर रहा है in the periphery, and they are also providing transport facilities. They are attracting international infrastructure, international investor to invest in the infrastructure and other basic amenities and facilities, recreation, tourism sector. They are more influencing. That's why the primate cities significance losing its nature. I am not saying entire the world, but to some extent it is come हो रहा है. Try to understand this point, है ना. किसी को डाउट नहीं है ना इसमें. I hope you are understanding here. एंड द प्राइमेट सिटी मॉडल को इंडिया में करो, ग्लोबल लेवल में. ग्लोबल लेवल में आप बता सकते हो पेरू, यू कैन आल्सो राइट पेरू, अर्जेंटीना है ना, बोलिविया. सो इन दिस कंट्रीज आल्सो यू कैन अप्लाई. लंदन है ना, कोपेनहागन. सो कल बोल जगह प्राइमेट सिटी हाउ इट इज रिलेटेड विद द रिलेवेंस विद द प्रेजेंट इंडिया कंटेक्स्ट एट द नेशनल लेवल ऑप्शन, बट एट द स्टेट लेवल 15 स्टेट्स आर हैविंग प्राइमेट सिटीज. ये आप लिख दो. एंड व्हाट आर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स आर इन्फ्लुएंसिंग. बहुत बार एग्जाम में आया. दोज हु आर राइटिंग विद द ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस टॉपिक, है ना. आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस टॉपिक. किसी को तो दिक्कत नहीं है ना. तो एनी अदर टॉपिक आपको रहे तो आप मुझे बताओ, सो दैट आई कैन इफेक्टिवली कम्युनिकेट विद यू, है ना. ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स किसी को डाउट है मैं पूछो. I can address your problem. कुछ तो डाउट नहीं है ना. I hope you are understanding. So tomorrow we will be doing other topic with other topic. हम थोड़ा एनवायरमेंट में भी थोड़ा नया टॉपिक लेके मेंस में क्या क्या चाहिए, कल हम एनवायरमेंट टॉपिक डिस्कस करेंगे. अपार्ट फ्रॉम द ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल प्लस जीएस एंड आंसर राइटिंग, सम ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस हम आंसर राइटिंग भी क्या क्या लिख सकते हैं वो भी हम देखते हैं, ठीक है ना. दोज हु आर वाचिंग ऑनलाइन, वेलकमिंग एज साहब हमको वेलकम कर रहे हैं. आप आ जाओ. वी आर हैविंग नंबर ऑफ प्रोग्राम्स, मेंटरशिप प्रोग्राम, टेस्ट सीरीज प्रोग्राम, आंसर राइटिंग प्रोग्राम्स, and number of programs available. Once you come to the institution, then get to know whatever you want here, है ना. Thank you all. एंड ऑल द बेस्ट। एंड संडे थोड़ा एंजॉय करो, कल से फिर प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करो। थैंक यू, बाय।